Hi everyone, thanks for watching this video. I'm Joanne and today I'm going to talk to you about the speaking section of the IELTS exam. Today I will be focusing on part 2 of the IELTS exam and our topic is home. Remember, the speaking exam lasts roughly 15 minutes and is split into 3 parts. As I said, today we will focus on part 2 of the exam, so be sure to check out the other videos in this series for more information on the exam itself, marking criteria, exam tips and useful phrases, as well as more example questions and model answers. Part 2 of the speaking exam is the individual long turn. This part lasts around 4 minutes. In it, the examiner will give you a task card which will ask you to speak on a particular topic. It will give you points to cover and one area for you to explain. You will also be given time to prepare. The marking criteria that I will focus on today is fluency and coherence. So, what is fluency and coherence? Well, this refers to how good the candidate is at talking at the right speed and how good they are at connecting their ideas together. The candidate needs to be able to understand and follow the rules of language at a word, sentence, and text level. Here you can see the marking criteria for a Band 7 answer. As you can see, you may hesitate, repeat, or self-correct at times, but you should be able to speak at length without noticeable effort or loss of coherence. And you should be able to use a range of connectives and discourse markers with some flexibility. As I mentioned, the examiner gives the candidate a task card, which asks the candidate to talk about a particular topic. It includes points to cover in their talk and instructs the candidate to explain one aspect of the topic. Candidates are given 1 minute to prepare their talk and are given a pencil and piece of paper to make notes. After which, the examiner asks the candidate to talk for around 1 or 2 minutes and will stop the candidate after 2 minutes. Now, as this part of the test focuses on the candidate's ability to speak at length on a given topic, it is likely that the candidate will need to draw on his or her own experience to complete the long turn. So today our topic is home. So now let's look at some vocabulary to help us talk about our homes. Can you select the correct word to make up the sentence? Number 1, neighbor or neighborhood. Number 2, town or city. Town or city. Number 3, room or flat. Room or flat. Number 4, houses or homes. And number 5, house or home. So I suggest that you pause your video here to make a note of your answers. Now let's check our answers. Number 1, I live in a very friendly neighborhood. Number 2, I live in a small town, but I want to move to a big city. Number 3, I have the biggest room in my flat. Number 4, they are building 6 new houses. And number 5, it's not very big, but it is my home. Remember to make a note of any that you got wrong or found difficult. So now let's take a look at our example question for today. So your question is, tell me about your dream home. You should tell me what kind of building it is, where it is located, some important things it should contain, and explain why it is your dream home. Remember, you have 1 minute to prepare. In that time, I suggest writing 1 or 2 words per bullet point. Then, when you are speaking, you're able to move your hand down each bullet point, and this will help to ensure that you cover all of your points. So let's take another quick look at the question. So remember, our question is, Tell me about your dream home. You should tell me what kind of building it is, where it is located, some important things it should contain, and explain why it is your dream home. So, in my example, I'm going to write the following words. A-frame, in nature, open plan, cozy, self-sufficient, and nature again. Remember, you have 1 minute to prepare. So, before you start writing, take a deep breath and try to relax. After your 1 minute of planning ends, your 2 minutes of speaking begins. So I would start with the first bullet point and I would say, that's an excellent question. I have thought about this a lot as I love watching home design shows. My dream home would be an A-frame style house with timber cladding. Ideally, I would also like a rectangular section connected to the A-frame to create more space. I would then move on to the second bullet point and I would say, I would love the house to be located just outside of a town, but in nature, because I would love to be able to access the conveniences of a town, but be in nature. I would also want it to sit on a big garden or a small plot of land where I could plant trees, flowers, and some vegetables. I would then move on to the third bullet point and I would say, in the communal areas of the house, I would love it to feel open plan and spacious. I would also love a movie room or area for all of my books right at the top of the A-frame that would feel super cozy. I would then move on to the fourth and final bullet point and I would say, I love the style of A-frame buildings, so I would be really happy for my dream home to be in this style. Also, having a level of self-sufficiency is important to me, so my dream home needs to have enough outdoor space to make this possible. I think balance is important for happiness, so being near a town but also in nature would help to provide this balance. Since I have covered all 4 of my bullet points, I should be able to talk on the topic for around 2 minutes. I could also add in, for example, people spend so much time thinking about their dream home. A home can represent you as a person, and it is where you should feel safe and at peace. For me, this would be a beautiful, open plan, yet cozy home in nature, but near modern conveniences that would allow me to pursue my interests in being somewhat self-sufficient. Now, it's your turn. If you haven't already, please get a pencil and some paper and put down your 4 bullet points. Your question is, tell me about your home. You should tell me what kind of building it is, where it is located, some important features, and explain why you like it. You have 1 minute to prepare. I suggest that you write 1 or 2 words per bullet point. You can pause the video here and set a timer for 1 minute so that you can plan. Let's take another look at the question. The question is, tell me about your home. You should tell me what kind of building it is, where it is located, some important features, and explain why you like it. Remember, when you're finished, check your answers against the marking criteria and have a think about what you could do to improve your answer next time. So now it's time for the tip of the day. And your tip is vary stress and intonation when speaking to add emphasis. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, and check out our other videos. You can find loads of useful links in the description below. Let's get started.